everybody. Hello. How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm not so bad.
How's your nan?
My nan's champion, but she watches CSI on Saturdays. So she won't be watching this. Last time I were on, and it were Amarillo.
Yes, that's
Last time I were on, we were in
right.
Amarillo, weren't we?
We were.
Well, not literally. I
We're
could never find it. We were in...
We were talking about how you nearly killed my great friend Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, he fell off that treadmill, didn't he?
He didn't fall off, he flew off.
He flew off.
Like an arrow.
Flew off, and then, but his career went away.
Did it ever?
You see, I think he threw himself. I think he thought, hey, I might do my career, I'll chuck myself on the floor here.
And I saw Tony Christie this week as well, and he, look at the effect he had on his career now.
Yeah. Tony's lovely man. He did well, didn't he, of all that? Only one who didn't do well at it with me. Oh. I'm only kidding. It was for charity.
It was.
Another one next year.
Yeah.
It's all hush-hush.
And then this book of yours doing really well as well, so you're a best-selling author as well as anything else?
Yeah. Book's done really well. Cracking. Huh? Yeah. Well, you know, didn't expect it.
Didn't you?
No, not at all. No, I didn't.
Think that nobody would be interested in your life?
Well, I didn't ever plan on writing a book.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just one of them things. I just decided I was going to write it, and then it's just gone mental. So.
By the way, your nan might not watch the programme, but do you watch the programme?
I watch the programme, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I
that's
watch.
good.
You know, I've got you on Series Link.
You have?
Yeah. I'm on Sky Plus. Do you use that? Oh, it's a fantastic thing, that.
Yes.
I have it, but I didn't... I've watched... Yeah, it's been good. You've had some belters on. You've got some good ones on tonight, haven't you?
Yeah.
Take that. I love a bit of take that, me. Take that. And then, but I didn't see last week's... I were at a bonfire last week. I didn't... Well, you know, it was bonfire weekend.
It was?
Yeah, so I went to that.
Was it a good bonfire?
For all right, yeah. They were all right. They're always a bit of a letdown, aren't they?
Do you think
They go mental for it now, don't they, bonfire night? Yeah. Halloween's... Why do they go mad over Halloween
God
as well?
knows.
Halloween's gone all American, though. They're
Hasn't
all
it?
like trick-or-treat, which is just kids begging. That's all it is, isn't it? They don't even dress up. And they just come to your door and bang on and then go trick-or-treat, and you go trick, and they go, eh? And you go, give us a pound. What? You're not even dressed up. Come back at 4 in the morning, piss through your letterbox. What you do? And bonfire night, did you do anything for
No, I just don't like... I mean, I'm past all that. The kids are grown up and all that.
You can't get past it, no.
Certainly can't.
But you turn into your dad. My dad used to get them standard fireworks. They used to get them, and you get them standard fireworks in a tin and get it back guard. And we always be stood at kitchen window with cagoules on like that. This one's called a volcano. Bucket of sand. Bloody hell. This one's called Vesuvius. Stick it in like that. Rub it. And sparklers. Light them in gas fire. You used to light them in between that polystyrene thing on, and then write your name. Peter. I got a box from Asda. But they just gold. They like gold. They just fizzle out. But you can't complain. You can't go back and say they were crap because they've used them. There'll be a thing on ITV, fireworks from L3 or something like that.
We used to stick them rockets in milk bottles.
I don't want to know about your private life. I don't think you don't talk about on television.
It's interesting when you're reading your book. I mean, it's about your childhood, basically. It's about growing up, and it's a very happy childhood too, with a lot of laughter in it, and there's a clear indication from the very beginning that you were born to be a comedian. I mean, it's never in any doubt, was it? I mean, you wanted to be that, didn't you? You wanted that funny guy.
Yeah. Well, I always just used to be good at making people laugh at school and all that, and I think I just always knew. I mean, for years and years, I tried to do proper jobs and that, but I just always ended up still making people laugh, like on my lunch break and things like that. And I just knew inside that I would love to be a comedian, but the thing is that I didn't have anybody who was in television or didn't have any kind of links to it, and I was just frightened of probably doing it and being, you know, it not working out or making a bit of an ass of myself. But then after a while I thought, well, you know, you might as well have a go. I don't want to be sitting in front of television 60-odd going, I could have done that. You know, I thought, well, you might as well have a go. And if it don't work out, at least you know you've had a go and done it.
And so... the book ends, in fact, in 1996 when you're about to make your way as a stand-up comic. Yeah, because most people's books, when they write autobiographies, they're always like, you know, knocking on, and then they write about that period of their lives when they're sort of like from the childhood or their adolescence. They seem to sum it up in a few pages, and I think that is what shapes you. That is what gives you that period in your life where you decide on your career, usually, and it gets skipped over in like a chapter. And I thought, well, no, that's everything to me. And I thought a good point to end it, what's the matter with me? A good point to end it would be when I met Susan, my wife, I passed my driving test, and I won this comedy competition all in space of about a week. Just before you go on, how many driving lessons did you have?
I had 167. And I had 5 tests. I passed fifth time. I would not give up.
No.
It were very hard, because I started in 1990. I was 16, and I passed in 96, and it was so, but you know when and people run out, people go, you know, people say, oh, you know when you fail second time, oh, well, Pat's daughter, Cass, she failed second time, and you go, but when you get to, like, fourth, there's no examples, you know what I mean? You're like, they're basically looking at you as if it's say, give up. And then I finally passed, and I think of anything. Yeah, you know, and I just so made up, because driving changes your life as well. So 3 things happened. I thought, well, that would be a good point to start writing the book there. And then, you know, I just thought that's a good thing.
Well,
so
I mean, it's a very interesting second volume, because that's all going to be all about the clubs you played in.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, as I started to write all about as I got into stand-up and I started to write about doing the comedy competition and getting into stand-up, I really enjoyed writing that, and I thought there could be a load of you could really write a good book about just doing the clubs and turning up at the clubs and meeting the managers and getting paid and doing your routines and when things die and don't work out. I thought that's, you know, because I really, you know, there's a wealth of stuff that I did like 4 or 5 years just doing clubs constantly, so that'd be a good...
What particular memories do you have? I mean, what stands out when you look at those times?
See, a lot of comedians were just talking about drinking and drugs and sex, and I thought, well, I don't drink. Well, I have Baileys, you know, occasionally, which is more of a dessert than a drink. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs, and I thought and sex, if I do, my mum will come on stage and batter me. So I thought I can't really talk about that. So I started to talk about my jobs, and I started to talk about family, and I also started to use music in my act. I used to have
In what way?
I've still got this dictaphone. I used to play music on stage through the dictaphone, and I used to do this thing that I first started off doing. It's soft. You know, there's a band, Soft Cell band with Mark Ullman, and they did this song. And I always imagine when they didn't have much money that Mark Ullman got his dad to play keyboards on the song. You see, when they first started off. So I'll do this. You press play, Stuart. So this is... No. And now he starts getting cocky now. I think you have to do that.
And, you only got out alive from those places?
Oh, no, yes. No, I love it, though. I do. I'm not done stand-up for a while, but like I said, I did it on Tuesday night, and I was dreading it, because you do corporates now, and they're usually a bloody nightmare. But, like, this one were in a club, and I loved it. And I come home, and Susan went, any good? And I went, actually, we're cracking. Yeah. I haven't felt like that for a long time. I ended up, like, making stuff up and ad-libbing, and I thought, that's great. I've not done that for ages,
yeah.
so...
Because, I mean, you had a restaurant, haven't you? I mean, you did that huge 189 shows, 190 shows.
Yeah.
And I should imagine that knocks you about a bit. I mean, it must be very hard work, that.
Oh, yeah, it takes it out of you.
And you don't like being away from home, do you?
No, and then you've got a family, so you think, well, I don't want to be going up and down country doing it again. But I will do it. I'm still kind of coming down from it, though, you know.
In a way, I mean, that's kind of answers my next question. I mean, have you ever thought about working abroad?
Abroad? Yeah, I've never... I met Billy Connolly, and I'd met him when I was doing warm-up for this years ago, and I had a quick chat.
For this? You mean the Parkinson show? This.
Well, you're here, and I'm only going to say
this.
For this show.
I see, right. We used to be a warm-up man. He used to say, one day I'll be walking down the stairs. Say, bugger off, Peter.
I know. I used to hoover him. And I met Billy Connolly, and then... But I met him, and I was able to have a really good chat to him, which was like, you know, because for me, and probably a lot of comedians, it's, you know, he's a big reason why you do what you do and who you learn from, you see. Yeah, sure. So I had a really lovely chat to him, and we talked about comedy and insecurities and how to do it and different things. And he was doing shows in New York, but he was saying you should come to America and do shows and go over there and that. Yeah. But he said he never fancied it, but I've never fancied doing anywhere further. I don't know if it'd kind of translate, but he reckoned it would, but I don't know, you see. But I've never fancied doing America.
I mean, there's no British comedian ever cracked America. I mean, not all of America. You can do that East Coast, and that's a different audience, but the Middle West, I mean, that's been a kind of area...
I've never been keen on America, though. I mean, I like... You know, only thing I like about it is that when I'm over there, I feel practically bulimic, you know what I mean? Because it's really, honest to God, it's like... Really, I mean, honestly, you think I'm fat, it's like it's a knockout over there. Honest to God. And I did, yes. I have performed. I did a karaoke once. It's supposed not classed as stand-up. I did it in Las Vegas. We went to Las Vegas, and there were a karaoke. We had a night in Diggs. We stopped in this hotel, right? I mean, Las Vegas, you know, it's an hotel. It's got a 12-lane bowling alley, a 2-screen cinema, casinos, ice cream parlour. I thought, you know, but we had a night in Diggs. That's my dad, that. Have a night in Diggs. I always used to do that. Whenever I went to a B&B somewhere, I'd always have to have a night in Diggs. So we stopped in this hotel one night, and there were karaoke on. And it was just... Karaoke had just kind of kicked in America, all over the world, really, and everyone were loving it. And we're sitting in the corner, I'd had a few Baileys, you know, and I were all relaxing all of it. But they were all singing bloody maudlin songs. Like, this guy got up and sang, and they really think they are who they are. This guy got up and sang Hello, Lionel Richie, and he was singing it, and been alone with you, and everyone like. And then this other woman got up and sang that one from Bodyguard, Whitney Houston. Oh, yes. And that were all, you know, which is that. But I'm thinking, come on, like, I'm on holiday here. So I put my name down, I thought, I'm going to get up. And I'd never done karaoke, you know, and I thought, I'm going to get up. And and this other guy got up, Hans from Germany, an air conditioning salesman, and he got up and he sang, Sorry Seems to Be... It even looked like Elton John. He had the hair and everything and glasses, and he's going, Said it's a sad, sad situation. I'm thinking, oh, I slit my wrists, you know. So, next we've got Peter in the corner's going to get up and sing a song. So whereabouts in United Kingdom are you from? I'm from Bolton. You mean like Michael Bolton? Yeah, if you want. Whatever. 2 words, Vietnam. Anyway, right, so I thought I'll give him a song here, and they didn't have I thought I'll give him a British classic, right? And they haven't got, but they didn't have my backing track, so I thought I'll have to do it Acapulco. So I thought I'll give him my best. I'd had a Baileys. I thought, here we go. So I started that. The lovely beach in the sky. I'm not a singer. The moon of Kauai. Oh, and Calypso Sarong. We'll all be singing this song. do. Push back for secretary. I can do. To the left, to the right, jump up and down. Oh, they loved it. They couldn't get enough of it, Americans. They were all up doing it. Never heard it. I did Superman. Go for a walk. Let's see you swim. Ski. They're all doing it in casinos. Honest to God, I've opened it up for Black Lace over there. They loved it. They loved it. Superman. Get me on the shoulders, going right room. Fantastic. Put me down. It's only 7 o'clock. Oh, Emmerdale's not started. What are you doing? And then Hans got up again and killed it stone dead. Got up and sang Candle in the Wind. Talk about killing the atmosphere. He gets up, I swear to God, and what was worse is, he sang, the words come up, Goodbye Norma Jean, but he didn't sing that. He sang the other version, the one about Anna. Which is how my nan pronounces her. Anna. She can't say Princess Diana. Oh, lesbian. Anna. Lesbian. And he sung, but the words come... And this is like 3 weeks after we'd lost the Queen of Hearts. And he got up, and honest to God, he's... Goodbye, English Rose. Oh. You could have heard a cockroach fart. Word to God. Honest to God. Honest to God. You could cut the atmosphere with a special atmosphere cutter. Americans were crying, sobbing. They all stopped playing craps. They were stopping scooping ice cream. There were nobody bowling. All place went because they love her over there. They've got her on fridge magnets and everything. And they were proper crying, honest to God. It's blokes, cowboys, pint glasses look like egg cups. 8 foot tall, Stetsons off, sobbing. And he says to me, you lived your life like a candle in the wind. Never knowing who to cling to when the fine rain set in. That fine rain soaks you through. And I would have liked, honest. And it ended, and he finished, he went, that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rendition of Candle in the Wind. I can't think of a more fitting tribute. I thought, what, than an air conditioning salesman from Dusseldorf? I'd like... Oh, dear. He said, I'd like to dedicate that song to Peter in the corner from England. I'm sure he'll appreciate that more than anybody else in here tonight. Have you been in Las Vegas?
No, I've been there.
It's like a clean Blackpool on speed. It's lovely. I loved it.
And finally, just we have to mention, and maybe we're going to
Is that it? No.
It's been over half an hour.
That's shot by, isn't it?
But we must talk about, maybe we'll talk about Ian McKellen later on as well, about you being the producers.
Oh, yes.
The producers.
This is my bombshell I'm dropping.
It is.
I'm doing Mel Brooks' The Producers, which has always been my favourite film. And in the book, which is mental, I wrote about when I saw it when I was 11. My mum let me stay up one night and watch it on BBC One, and I absolutely loved it. And I just thought it were amazing. I loved it to death. And then my big ambition, I wrote this in the book, all my life, was to turn it into a musical. I even got an old geography exercise book and started writing it. And then I got the soundtrack. I ordered it at Bolton Library. And I got the video, and then I got everything. I loved it to bits. And then they hadn't read the book, but I got a call saying, do you fancy doing it? I got asked to do it in London, and I said, well, I don't know if I want to be
Which part, by the way?
I'm playing Roger Debris, who is the gay director, which is wonderful. Just fantastic. I see it, a line of beautiful girls dressed as stormtroopers. I can't wait. Can't wait. And I'm...
Peter Kay, thank you very much indeed. Peter Kay.